In this example, I'll be demoing Login as Studio. Here you can see as I log in with user 3, 4, that is our Studio account. And when I display the actions, you can see I have Display Studio, which is a Studio-only action. In this example, I'll be demoing how to log in as a streaming service. Here, you can see when I log in with user 3, and we skip some configurations, the available actions, now that we've logged in, include display stream, which is only a streaming service and admin functionality. Hi, I'm demonstrating the login functionality. Here is the login screen. You type 1 to choose to log in. I will first log in with a bad username and password to demonstrate an invalid login. And now I will enter 1 to log in with a valid username and password. User 1 happens to be our admin. You can see login was successful.
Hello, I'm going to be demonstrating how to create a new admin account. To do so, first I will go ahead and select create an account by inputting the number 2, and then I'll go ahead and input the username of my choice for this account, and as well as the password. And now I will go ahead and select the role, which will be admin, so I will input 1. And it says I created my account successfully. So now I'll go ahead and enter the credentials that I just created for that account. And it shows I logged in successfully. Hello, I'm going to be demonstrating how to create a new studio account. So first I'm going to go ahead and select 2 to create an account and enter the username of my choice and the password of my choice. I will go ahead and select 3 for studio as the role, and I will enter the studio name of my choice and the long name of it. And it says that the account was successfully created. So I will go ahead and enter the username of the account I just created and the password. And I will go ahead and skip all of this configurations and hit 2 for no. And now here are my available actions as a studio. So I will go ahead and display the studio that I just created. And there it is. Hello, I'm going to be demonstrating creating, update, and viewing a new streaming service. So let's first go ahead and create the streaming service. So I'm going to enter 5 to create the stream, and I'll enter the name of the streaming service. Now I'll go ahead and enter the long name of the service and the subscription price. And let's go ahead and see the service I just created. I'll enter its name, and there it is. So let's go ahead and update that service's information. So I will enter 18 to update the streaming service. I will enter its name, and now I'll go ahead and enter the new long name that I want. So enter the new subscription price. And let's go ahead and view those updates. So I will go ahead and enter 11 to display the stream. I will enter its name, and there it is updated. Hello, I am going to be demonstrating the configuration functionality of the application. So the 3 configurable options we have available is configuring the initial date, configuring the row limit for the audit report, and configuring the available roles and permissions. So let's go ahead and start with the initial date. I'm going to enter 1 for yes, and I'm going to enter the new starting year, which will be 2021, and the new starting month, which will be 4. So it says that the date has been updated. So the next thing we're going to update is the row limit. So let's go ahead and enter 1 for yes, and let's update the row limit to be 5. And so now that has been finished, and we're going to go ahead and now update / create a new role for permissions. So I'm going to enter 1, and the new role will be tester. So for this, I'm going to go ahead and give tester the permission to do stop and only that. So I'm going to enter 1 for yes, and for the remainder of the permissions, I will enter 2 for no. All right, the row has now been added. So let's go ahead and first display the time. And the time is the time that we went ahead and updated it to be. So next, let's go ahead and view the audit. And we have 5 items. And finally, let's go ahead and display the roles. And if you can see here, the new role tester only has the permission to stop. Hello, I am going to be demonstrating the functionality for display time and next month. I am currently logged in as an admin, and I will go ahead and display the time. So I will enter 15 to display time, and the time is currently October 2020. So let's jump to January 2021. So let's do next month by hitting 9 once for November, 2 times for December, and a 3rd time, and I should be in January. So let's go ahead and display the time again. And there it is. I am in January 2021. Hello, I am going to be demonstrating the functionality for the View Audit Log. I am currently logged in as an admin, and up until this point I have selected No for all of the configurations and displayed the time. So let me go ahead and select 21 for View Audit, and there's our audit.
In this example, I'll be creating and updating a demo. Here you can see the pre-work of logging in. Next, you can see I will be creating a demographic group, anime lovers. If we display this group, we see that there are 400 in the demo. If I update the group, we can now see that we've been updated with 300 users. In this example, I'll be demoing Create and Update Streaming Service. Here you can see the pre-work of logging in. Next, you can see that I'll be creating a streaming service, Netflix, at the price of $10. And we can see there are no fees associated with it. Next, I'll update the streaming service to have a higher subscription price of $15. And if I display it, you can see we have the new updated subscription price. In this example, I'll be demoing Create and Update a movie. Here you can see the initial pre-work of logging in. Next, I'll create a studio, Disney. Here you can see the studio has 0 fees associated with it because there are no licensed events. Next, we'll create the event. And here you can see if we display events, we can see the Lion King. Next, we'll update our movie, The Lion King, with a different duration. And if we display the events, you can see the updated duration. In this example, I'll be demoing Offer and Retract of Movie. Here you can see some pre-work of logging in to the system as well as skipping past our configurable options. In the first step, I'll be creating a studio, the Walt Disney Company. And next I'll be creating a streaming service, Disney Plus. Now we'll create an event to associate to the Disney studio, The Lion King. And this event is a movie. And we're going to offer this event on Disney Plus. And we can now see that offering. Lastly, we'll enter the streaming service and we can see the licensing fees associated with that offering. And now we've removed that offering via Retract Movie, and we can see we have no more offerings. In this example, I'll be displaying offer and watch of movie events. Here you can see that I am doing some pre-work to log into the system. Next step is to create a studio that can be associated with all of our events. I created the streaming service Netflix. And now I'm creating an event, The Wind Also Rises. Next, I'm creating a demographic group that might be interested in this event called anime fans. And here I'm offering the movie on the streaming service. Next, we'll have the demographic group watch our offering. And if we display the streaming service, we can now see that the watched event has fees associated to the streaming service. In this example, I'm displaying offer and watch pay-per-view event. You can see some pre-work of logging in. And you can see I've created a demographic group of musical lovers. And I'm displaying the demographic group. I'm now creating a studio, Universal Studios. And displaying the studio. No licensing fees as there's no event associated with it yet. I'm creating the event, the pay-per-view event, Oklahoma Live, to be associated with the studio Universal. And we can see this event has been created when I display the event. Next, we're going to create a streaming service for NBC called Peacock. And if we display the streaming service, we see there's no licensing or subscription fees as nothing has been associated with it for this month yet. Now we're going to offer this live pay-per-view event on the streaming service. And we can see this offer now exists. Here I'm displaying the functionality is invalid when you try and create a duplicate streaming service. And if I display the streaming service, we now see that it has the licensing fees associated from this new pay-per-view offering. The last step is to watch this event by the demographic group. And our musical lovers have watched Oklahoma Live, and we can see now that pay-per-view price has been applied to the demographic group, and it's also been applied to the streaming